All right, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Trying to get myself awake this morning. There's the alarm going off saying, wake up. Telling me to wake up over here. All right. Looks like we pushed up here a little bit. Let's look at the price action here. Kind of sold off there around 8 o'clock last night, looks like. Kind of hung out at the low of day. Pushed out of there, got above the VWAP, 2 a.m. Pushed up into the highs. And that's where we're at. That would be where we are at. So let's see what kind of action we get here at open. See if this thing starts to push back up. We pull back. Only time will tell. Got about 4 minutes here. The plan today is to use 2 contracts, I think. Let's see. Well, maybe we'll use 3. We'll see. Really just going to depend on the price action. Depend on the price action. See what we got. Pump it up here, pump it up, pump it up. How's it going, Juker? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Really went a whole lot of nowhere. This is kind of the same area that we were in yesterday. Whole lot of nowhere, as far as I can tell. Got a little over a minute here. Yes, at that 45.88. Feels like probably going to have a move back down this morning, kind of. That's what I'm thinking. Morning T. Just hanging out, trying to code some during this dead time for me. There you go. Not a bad idea. Feels like we sell back down this morning, but who really knows? Who really knows? Coming into that 3 o'clock hour here, got a little buy volume coming in. Let's see here. Getting a little volatility here. A little bit of volatility. Little volatility here. Interesting. Just kind of watch and see what we got going on here. Feel like this thing's going to sell through here. But we just wait and see. Wait and see if that's what it does. Just going to try a little bit of a low risk aggressive entry here. Oh. All right, I figure we give it a shot, but we'll wait. We shall wait. T thinks it moves up. Could be. The only reason why I really think it's moving down, we got pretty strong resistance at that 45.90 level on the ES. This doesn't always mean anything. I mean, it could just break right through there, but pretty strong resistance there. I might have just been a little early to the party there, but we'll see. Let's just see what she does. Getting a little pullback here. We'll let the market let us know which way she's going to go. All right, let's see if it pushes back through that high a day. Should be able to get it through there. If we get stopped out on this one, we're going to really wait for the next proper setup here. So but we should get this pushed through there, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Look, took 2 entries in the same area, both in different directions. Neither worked. 15.597. That would have been nice, but it's just kind of chopping around right here. I gotta let it just give me a direction here, see which way we're going to be going. Trying to be a little aggressive there, and wasn't really rewarded. ES moving back down here into that 86 level. Well, now it's looking like it wants to sell. Kind of looking that way. Just kind of watching it. All right, maybe we take one more stab at it. One more stab at it. See if we can potentially get this VWAP touch area. Yes, pulling back into that 85. And keep an eye on that VWAP. If it approaches that, or not VWAP, the ES pulling back into the 85. If it approaches the VWAP, then we will probably kill this. Morning, Samir. How you doing? want to see this push down, though. ES looking a little weaker at this point, which is interesting. I'm not doing too bad. Took a couple of scalp losers to start the morning here, but that's all right. Just want to see this push down into the VWAP here. NQ far from VWAP, yeah. Want to see the NQ test the VWAP though. That's what we want to see. Trying to be a little more patient with my holds this morning. Just kind of trust what we think is going to happen, but we'll see. Kind of bouncing out of here. Not in love with it at this point. Let's see if this thing can push back down. Big resistance at 590. Yeah, I'm looking for it to hold this kind of 85 area. If it holds that area, then I feel okay about it. Want to see sellers to kind of start coming back in here. Yeah, we pretty much are pinned in that same area we were at yesterday. I'm going to add on right here. See if this thing holds up. We're either wrong or we're not. And it looks like we're wrong. Looking a little rolly here, but might just blast right through there. Well, that's not what we envisioned. Not the start we envisioned to the morning. That's all right. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe. We are looking for 200 subscribers this week, and I think we're, I don't know, in the high 150s, so we didn't quite get to our goal yesterday. So we need to get as many as we can. Every one counts. It does help the channel. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I was doing, Samir, looking for the short, but it I don't know if I just haven't had to stop wide enough or what. I mean, I've taken 2 shorts, both losers. Oh, 1 long. I don't know. We're going to try a little scalp long here. This seems like it kind of wants that 600 level, but we shall see. Yes, kind of moving back up as well there. See if we can't just get a push in there. Got a pretty large resistance on the ES there at 45.90 also. So oh, just kind of watching here. I need to just let this thing play out and kind of show me what direction it's going to go. Probably just digging myself a hole here for no reason. Unnecessarily, if you will. Yeah, I'm just going to take it off right there for now. Let's wait and see what the market gives us here. Let it make itself clear. No bueno. Samir says he took a short when it passed 590, but waiting to see how the market reacts. I mean, and my original assessment was that it was going to sell, but you just don't know. We shall wait and see. We will wait and see. We kind of dug ourselves a hole here, so gonna reduce our aggression and just look for a nice, easy setup. Try to see if we can't get back to even at least, or close to it. Somewhere close to it, if we can. Trying to push back up here. Trying to look and see if there's anything I'm missing on the higher time frame and the lower time frame here. Looking pretty bullish on the higher time frames, but we will see what we get. ES looking much weaker here. Just kind of chopping around in this area right now. Let's see if we finally get some displacement kind of to the downside here. ES selling off here. Kind of approaching that VWAP area. Got a little double bottom going on the ES there. Need that to kind of push through there. Samir short from 15,590. Nothing wrong with that. You doing all right? I have not picked a single trade correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all wrong. So whatever I do, you just do the opposite. Perfect. You'd be good to go. You'd be good to go. Yeah, it's kind of bouncing in this area that it bounced a few minutes ago. See if it holds up there, if it pushes through. NQ has kind of a very similar structure there. Took 3 shorts plus 190 for now. Nice. Yeah, we'll have to see if it can get through there. Have to see if it can get through that VWAP. Who really knows? If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe. Once again, trying to get to 200 subscribers this week. A little behind the pace at this point. A little bit behind the pace. All right, we're going to take these shorts here. kind of target the VWAP. See how it plays out. Yeah, ES breaking through the VWAP there. See if it can at least give us the 73 area. Well, I did try this short a couple times, but like one here, 3 times actually. Guess I just didn't put the stop high enough. Let's see if the ES can lose that VWAP pretty strong, and then we can continue to move down here. Thank you. Kind of putting in a double bottom there. Really want to see it push through there strong. ES bouncing right there at the VWAP. Really need this thing to sell through that 76 area to kind of give confidence of a nice move down. Get that ES moving below the 84 strong. Yes, starting to move down below the VWAP here. Want to see this thing move through that 76 level strong here. Take out our first target. See if the sellers come through here. Starting to push down. Come on, get through that 76 strong. Hopefully so, Samir. Selling off soon. Hopefully so. I mean, it feels like that's the direction it's going, but who really knows, right? There's definitely room. Well, we'll see if this thing sells down or not. Trying to be patient with this one, see if it plays out. Really want to see it break through that 76 area. Didn't quite get through there on that last little push down. Let's see the ES turn that VWAP into resistance here and continue to move down. That's what we'd like to see. Oh, I could have got a better entry there, Samir, though. We could have been short from 90 like you. That would have been nice. Yeah, I took that entry there off the 1 minute chart. We had a little break in structure to the downside, traded back up. Need the ES to turn this VWAP into resistance here. You're short from 15,590, still good. I mean, I think we get this VWAP touch potentially. Potentially. If you guys are new here, we do stream the ES. I'm tired, guys. We do stream the London session 5 days a week and the New York session. 3 a.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Eastern for the New York. If you are interested in trading futures, we do have a coupon code in the banner for 80% off Apex, link in the description. And if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the week. We're a little behind the average at this point. Press the like button. Feel free to chat. Yeah, well, on the ES, I don't know. ES just kind of double bottomed there, yeah. Yeah, I don't really see. There was an order block entry on the ES, but I don't see a gap there. You exited. I'm going to hold here, see if this thing plays out. 68 or bust. It will be bust because if we don't, if we get stopped out on this one, then it will be pretty much at our $1,000 loss limit for the day on the top step there. As long as it stays below kind of that 86, 88 area, I think it can still sell down here. I mean, we've only been wrong 5 times tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4 times so far. How's it going, Nog? No, I don't have a funded account. I'm on the Top Step 50K Combine right now. I'm doing Top Step, Apex, and Beulah Knox, all 3 at the same time. We've had funded accounts before, but we no longer have those. I do have my own personal account, but right now we are just trying to work on our consistency and trade some prop firm money if we can. Harambe might consolidate until 4. Yeah, it's true. I'd like to see this thing move down, though. The ES has kind of made a bigger move here. It's down, what, 6 or 7 points. Need the ES to trade through that 82 area there. Kind of made a double bottom here. You can kind of see perfect double bottom, just like right there. It's kind of held that zone. Might take it a second to get through there, but if it does, we can probably see this VWAP touch over here. So we'll kind of see what happens. I think we got room on the ES down to the 72 area. You've been trying to get the 50K account on Top Step, but it's been choppy. Yeah. Well, I'll have good days, and then I have days like this where I just give everything back. Give all the gains back that we made. Like I said, I kind of want to see this hold that, the NQ hold down that 86, 88 area. German news drops at 3. Russ. German news. What is the news today? Let me look. I have no idea what I just did. They're kind of pushing up here. Let's see. I want to see it kind of hold that 86, 88 area. Let's see what this news is. Oh, manufacturing PPI says it's at 330. Well, that's Eastern, though, so that already hit. Visible, do you have your strategy down, or is this something that you're working? No, I'm working on it. IFO conditions and expectations. Hell, I don't even know what that means. Just red level on financial juice. I got you. No, Visible, I definitely don't have the strategy down. I'm kind of working on it. I have like 2 or 3 different strategies that I kind of use. That's kind of the problem sometimes. One will say short and one will say long. And I pick one, and one's wrong, right? So I really need to pick one strategy and stick to it at least for an entire session to kind of get an idea as to how it's going to go. So I really noticed that in London, the momentum strategies don't really work that well. So I don't know why I keep doing that. I mean, that's what I was doing here on these. This entry is more of kind of a setup type deal here. Red and yellow normally make the market jump quite a bit. Well, we're in it now, so let's see if it jumps in the right direction, right? I think if we lose this 82 area here on the ES, we lose that area, we get a pretty big dump here, but that's the if. I'd like to see the ES just move on down here. The problem is I came into the morning like thinking that we'd sell off, and then I took a long first thing, took a short. Then I tried another short. You know, we had a little bit of a structure shift here, and then it just traded right back through it. I mean, I guess I could have my stop at the high of day, but which is what I'm doing now. But realistically, the stop should have been okay here, but it wasn't. Should have been what was not. Kind of want to see this thing hold down that 86, 88 area again there on the NQ. Really want to see this ES start to sell off here. Back below the get below that 82 area. I think that's kind of a key area. I guess it might just be waiting for those numbers to come out for it to do something. The ES structure is looking much more kind of sally. So we had a bit of a structure shift here. There's an implied gap here. Trade back up into it, sold off. Seeing some buyers come in here. Let's see if this thing will hold this 88 area. We might exit if it don't hold the 88 area here. Pushing back up here. Just kind of watching this area. Yes, getting back above the VWAP there. Got to see the sellers come back in here. Push this thing back down. So far, not happening. Well, like to see this thing push on down here. Obviously. You guys haven't already hit that like button for me, subscribe. Trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the week, and we are quite a bit short. So everyone counts, helps support the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Considering killing this, not quite in love with the price action here, but let's just give it a second and see. Let's just give it a moment and see what happens. You ever lost every trade that you've taken in a session? That's the direction we're heading right now. If we'd have just done the opposite of everything, we'd be good. All right, we want to see this thing sell off. Like I said, I'd like to see it break that 76 area strong on the NQ. That would make me feel better. I mean, that's a lower high by one tick. ES moving back below the VWAP there. We're going to be approaching the top of the hour here in about 6 minutes. 7 minutes, I can't count. I want to see the ES really break through that 82 level there. If we can get that 82 level broken on the ES, then we can get this move down pretty swiftly here. If it holds that 82 level again, though, it's not going to be good news for us. Really trying to give this trade the patience here, but if you guys have ever watched me trade, you know that, yeah, holding these trades through drawdown and then trying to let them go to their target's not my strong suit, but trying to improve on that. Done held it through that drawdown there, so we may as well try to see if it can make it to the target. Let's see the ES push through this 82 level. If we can get the ES through 82 there, I feel like we can get something going, but I mean, you can just see, you can just kind of put a line here. It's kind of where, you know, a lot of consolidation has occurred. We have a double bottom here. So I really need to break through that level in order to get this sell-off going, in my opinion. As long as we hold this level here, the more of a chance it just kind of moves back up. So ideally, we break that level before a volatility comes in there. Just need a nice little boner candle to the downside. That's all we need. Just a boner candle, a red boner candle, not a green one. We need a red one. A red boner candle would do at this point. A green one would do us in. Not really in love with this structure for selling, to be honest with you. Looks a little stronger to the upside at this point than it does to the downside, but we got to get the ES to move there. If it can just get through that level, then we can get to moving. But if we get another push back up here above 90, then I'm probably going to kill it. All right, if it doesn't turn back down here, we're going to take it off. That's the line in the sand. For me, anyway. That would be the line in the sand. You're not familiar with my platform? What time frame am I on? This is the 3-minute time frame. On the left is the NQ. On the right is the ES. Killing it, killing it. 4 minutes away, you're going to get something. Nah, I'm not going to trust that stop. This thing's going to take that stop for sure. I'll be shocked if it doesn't. This just looks the structure looks way too strong over here. You know, this held this area, moved back above the VWAP. Looks way too strong to me. I could be wrong, but we've been wrong all morning, so why would why would now be any different? But also the problem is with Top Step, you only get $1,000 daily loss limit on the 50K account, and so even if this would have went up, it was even if it would have came up and almost touched my stop, which it didn't here, it might have pushed us over to 1,000 anyway. No, you didn't miss anything there, Samir. I just got stopped out on that short for $305 loss. So, well, I manually took it off here. You know, I had my stop just above the high of day there, but in my opinion, the ES looks quite strong. Double bottomed here, held this area. Failed to break that 82. So it just looks to me like it's going to move back up into that 90 area one more time for another test. And we don't have the room for that here. We just don't have the room. So yeah, this session has not gone very well. I mean, we've not taken a single winner. I kind of chuckle at it, but it's not really funny. But I mean, it's just, you know, I don't hide anything from you guys. 0 winners, 7 losers. Really 5 losers, but or actually 4. We took 2 contracts, I think, twice. So what do? We took 2 contracts here and 2 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 for 4. It's not. Is that a good stat line? Baseball. 0 for 4. Not great. So there's at 4 o'clock. Nothing happened so far. I think it might have said that news was at 4:30 though, or I think it may have said 3:30. I don't know. Not sure. I mean, we would not have gotten stopped out yet but just feels like this thing is just gonna continue up. Of course. Of course, it's starting to sell now. This might be one of those mornings where you can be right and wrong all at the same time. So, like, I attempted this short, 3 times. Actually, 4. That was a long. That was a short. 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 1, 2, 3. Oh, so I guess this is 5 trades. So you can see, tried the short here. I stopped out. Tried it again. Stopped out again. I guess if I would have just put my stop up here and left it, I wouldn't have ate these losses yet. And maybe could have held this a little longer. So, you can always look back and see things you could have improved on there. But based on kind of what happened here, you wouldn't think. So, see, I would have been stopped there. Just ran those stops. Generally, do you have a profit target for the day visible? Yes. Usually $500 to $600 per account is what I go for. That's why at 887 on this account, I don't really want to go much further than that. I know I can go to 1,000, but like, what's the point, right? If I'm not seeing the market well, there's no point in pushing my luck there. So, and we were up a couple $100 on this trade, maybe $200 or $300, and but I was looking for more, a little more. One of my problems is I'm taking short profit. So when I take losers, my risk to reward's just not correct. I'm taking full losers but short profit. So I'm trying my best to hold for the full profit. That's something, if you guys I know you've been watching me, so we don't hold for the full profit usually. We move our stop too quickly. So sometimes you get punished when you don't move your stop. That's kind of what happened this morning. But most of the time, it's the right call not to move the stop. So, didn't work out right here, but that's okay. That's all right. Now we can kind of consider a long here. If we get a bit of a pullback, maybe in that 90 area. Kind of right where we got stopped out at. Turn that area into support here. See if we get a little pullback into this 90 area. Might just want that 600 level. Get a bit of a pullback there, kind of into the area we wanted it to, but let's see. Just watching. Just kind of watching here, not completely in love with this pullback here. I want the pullback, but want it to be on a little bit lower volume here. Kind of approaching that 90 level now. Yeah, I'm not liking that sell volume there, so not going to take that pullback. Just kind of watching this here. Looks to me like it might be setting up for a little short opportunity here. Obviously, we only got about $100 to play with here, so that's interesting price action. Back to the highs. Pushing back through the high here, just kind of on low volume, to be honest. Samir wants to go up. Looks that way, but this thing is on pretty low volume here. I mean, I know we are early, but that sell-off there had a lot higher volume than this push-up does. Now some's coming through. Push to that 600 level here. Just kind of pushing. I guess we'll just try to participate. We only got like $100 in drawdown here, so if this thing doesn't go here, then yeah. So we will be moving our stop relatively quickly on this push up here. Right into there for now. Gotta kind of go, kind of. Hey, $15. We locked in a winner. Yeah, I'm still thinking of a pullback here. If we can get a little pullback. I just didn't love that pullback. I mean, I was kind of looking for the 90 area here. I said that. But once we approached the 90, we had a lot of sell volume come in. If I would have taken the 90, obviously it popped out of there, but you know, I didn't really see high. I mean, it started moving up on very low volume. Really didn't get higher volume until we broke above that 600 level. Now it's kind of dying off a little bit here. Samir is going long. Where'd you jump in at, Samir? ES pushing back up into that 87 level there. Still going. Still going. Well, we just don't have the room to kind of participate on this account. I could switch over to a different one. We might just do that. Look for a bit of a pullback. That was kind of the breaking out there. You were long from the 15,595. Morning. Bad juju. Watched a couple of your videos last night. Found out your name was Jules. So I'll just call you Jules from now on. My girlfriend's daughter's name is Jules as well. Very interesting videos. True crime stories on Bad Juju's channel. If you guys are interested in that sort of thing, go check her out. All right, let's see if we can get a little pullback here. I like to get a pullback, but maybe on lower volume. I think I'll switch over to my other account. This way we can actually trade it properly. But we will leave this negative 876 over here for everyone to see, right? Target at the top of yesterday, New York opening, which was 15,520. I'm assuming you meant 620. Yeah, the ES reapproaching this kind of 90 level. I think that's kind of the top for the ES. I don't think we're going to break through there. I mean, it did test that area yesterday, but yeah, I knew what you meant, Samir. We figured it out. Let's just see if we get enough pullback for an entry here. Let's see here. All right, we'll try to just take a little I guess we can target this 15 area. It'll be fine. So let's see if we can get a quick push through there. Maybe lock in a winner, a winning trade. Well, that's not what we want to see. He has approached that 88.75 there and then try to pull back a little bit. Just want to see it blast through there, maybe touch that 90. Get a little boner candle to the upside there. As soon as I get in the trade, what happens? It stalls out. Loses the momentum. Just loses it. All right, push through there. We're going to go to break even here. So if it's going to go, it's got to go now anyway. So ES approaching that 90 level. Come on. You got it. Push on through there. We'll lock in 40 bucks. 40 bucks could reverse in this area. Obviously, we want to see it push through there, but could very well reverse. You got more. Lock it in 100. All right, so then look. Guys, we're up 100 bucks. That's it. See, that's how you do it. I'm just kidding. All right, we're still down. But at least we locked in a little winner there. Sometimes you got to just take the small ones. I don't know. The reason I trailed it up so tight is because I don't believe the ES is going to get through that 90 area. I mean, it could trade up into that 92, which might get us to that 20 area that Samir was talking about. But this is also kind of a turnaround area to me. And I could be just completely wrong. It could just go right through there. I mean, just look at our track record. We've been right so many times tonight already. Thanks, Samir. I appreciate that. Hey, one trade at a time, right? It's the only thing you can do. Still pushing on the ES here. I probably should have traded the ES tonight. I mean, because this short right here at the 88 area kind of, you know, you get a little structure shift here. Would have got short at 87.25. Sold down to 82. Guess it wouldn't have quite given you 5 handles out of that, though. Close. And then once you saw this kind of hold this structure here, could have taken a long. It's going to test the 620. You're pretty sure? Then we're going to shoot up or down. You think we're going lower? I mean, it could be. I don't know. Like I said, I just know that 90 area is pretty strong resistance on the ES there. I mean, it could push through there, but not so sure. Retesting the 90 here. Guys, I made my entire recap video yesterday and didn't check the I didn't check the audio. I had the mic on mute, and I posted it and everything. Didn't even realize it until someone commented no audio. Normally I check it, but I mean, look at this nice little bounce off the VWAP there. On the it's kind of obvious in hindsight. I mean, I was short here, just waiting for that break of 82. Just never got it. Likely going back to the 600. All right, I guess maybe it is going to try to take this liquidity up here. So you got some buy side up there at 92.75 is kind of where it'll be. So we'll see kind of how price reacts to that. Guess we could have held on to that long a bit longer, maybe the 20, like Samir said. If you guys have not already, hit that like button for me, subscribe. Again, trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the week. Hate to keep beating a dead horse, but you know, you're not going to get subscribers if you don't ask for them. So it's kind of one of the things I've learned. As cringe as it is sometimes, you got to ask for it. Still pushing here, up into that 15 area now in the NQ. No real pullback to speak of, just kind of straight up. We entered on the only pullback there. See if it makes it up to the 20 area Samir's talking about. Quite possibly. What did we say that liquidity was on the ES? 92.75? I think so. Yeah. Is it going to leave the liquidity? Or is it going to take it? One or the other, I'd imagine. Get a little pullback here. Wow, a little lightsaber down to the downside. Just a little lightsaber. This entire move up's really been on low volume, very, very low volume. Samir's going long again. I don't know, Samir. I'd be careful up here, man. Be careful. Not that I'm right about anything, but just be careful. Low volume move up easily is flipped, in my opinion, but ES might just create a little double top here and just leave it. You never know. You would think it would take the liquidity there, but 92.50. But it might not. If it's going to bounce, I would expect it to bounce kind of in this area to get back up to that 20. So let's see if it gets it. Little buyers trying to come in here. A few. Very few. Possibly moving back up. Let's see. It might move back to the 20s, but I don't know. Kind of looks like it wants it now. A few buyers coming in here. Let's see. I'm thinking about jumping in for this move too, but feels like chasing at this point though. All right, we'll try it. Samir, you should be scared because I'm in this trade, so that's never a good sign. Told you. Let's see if the ES will purge that liquidity there at 92.75. That should give us what we need to push up into that 20 area. Want to see some buyers come in here, push this thing up. See a few kind of stepping up here. Gonna need a boner candle here. A boner candle to the upside. See if we get it. There comes some buyers. There comes some buyers. Gotta just pop through there. Gotta go now if it's gonna go. Need to see some buyers come on in here and push this up. Unfortunately, I'm just seeing sellers at this point. Just only seeing sellers. No buyers to speak of. Momentum to the upside seems to be slowing a bit. Maybe some buyers coming in here. We'll see. There comes some. Gotta get this push up here. Staying in that long. Well, trying to see if we get it. Just need a boner candle to the upside. Need the ES to really pop that top there. Get that ES through that 92. Getting kind of tighter and tighter in this area. So I'm going to move in one direction or the other here in a minute. All right, here we go. Feels like we're about to get a move. Feels that way. But maybe not. It's tighter and tighter here. Gonna get a pop or a drop. Yes, got to get through that 91.75 area. All right, got some buyers coming in now. Let's see if they can't pop it here. If they can get in there, get this volume to come through. Nice little lightsaber to the upside if the ES can just tick up through there. Yeah, this is a long. You know it's already long to me. I'm just trailing it up with the channel, trailing my stop up. So just reduce risk along the way. All right, ES kind of finally ticked through there, one tick. Only risking 4.5 handles at this point. Buyers didn't really come through there. Might get stopped at this point. We'll see. Pretty closely trailed here, so kind of needed to hold this area here. Doesn't look like it's going to. ES is kind of rejecting too. Somebody gets stopped out here. Let's see what happens. There comes some more buyers kind of fighting back. Need to push here if it's going to go. If it's going to go, it's got to go. All right, there comes a little volume. See if it can't continue. See if we can get this pushed through there. There it goes. Come on, you got more. All right, going to break even here. See if we get this pushed straight through there. All right, got a little boner candle. Good call, Samir. Good call. That put me through some stuff, but it got there. Got a pivot there at 25, guys. 25. Pivot on the NQ. Might touch that pivot. The ES is not quite taking that liquidity at 92.75 yet. Right now, I'm just putting in a proper double top. So we got 195 over here. Negative 876 over here. If we just take this negative 876 off the screen, does that make it go away? You guys know? Thanks, Samir. Appreciate it. I mean, obviously, probably should have just stayed in this long, right? That was a proper entry. But 92.75. Let's see what happens there. Maybe a turn back down here. Kind of feel like. Who knows, though? Jules says that makes it go away. Maybe we should just click this little X then. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, I show you guys every trade that I take. Even if I take one off stream, I show it in my recap video. So if you guys ever hear me say like, oh, I took this trade off stream, I will go over that account in my recap video as well. That way you guys see everything. Don't hide anything from you there. We're still in the proper step 2 on the left here, as you can see, even though Top Step had that. They changed it to where you no longer do step 2. You're plus 500. Congrats, Samir. That's a great morning. So I'm still in the step 2 on that one. So if I can reach the profit target, which I think now we're up about $500 on it. If I could reach the profit target on that one, then we don't have to pay that little funding fee that Top Step charges. So ideally, this will be the account that we reach the profit target on. Since we battled and got through step 1 and all that. Oh, yeah, we'd all be rich. Exactly. You never know. That's the thing, like, this short that I took earlier, this is what frustrates me sometimes. It's like, I guess I was short from 88 on average. My average was 88. Traded down to 77. So we're up almost 10 handles on that trade. And I didn't move my stop. But that's just kind of being results oriented. I really just didn't trade very well. I mean, this is bad. 1 winning trade. I took 6. 7 losers. Pretty bad. Let's try to do better. We'll let this account rest for the rest of the day. I won't use this one. And then kind of get back to it tomorrow. Yeah, Juker, I have I probably got 15 charts pulled up. I have 232s and 227s. I have 3, 6, 9. I have 11 charts pulled up. So I do definitely check out the higher time frames. Pretty much got the 15, the 5, the 3, the 2, the 1 on the NQ. And then I got the 15, the 5, and the 3 for the ES there. Yeah, 4 months is not that much time to be trading for sure. Four months is not that long. I've been trading, I think I've been trading 9 months. Somewhere in there. The thing is, though, just kind of, one of the hardest things to do is to find a strategy that works for you and just kind of stick to it. I think one of my issues is, like I said earlier, I have not really picked the strategy that I like to use 100% yet. So kind of switching back and forth there is not a good idea. Need to pick something and stick to it. I think almost any strategy really can work if you perfect it. So yeah, there's the fair value gap up here, but you can always throw your Fibonacci on there and kind of go back to where the move started. So which this is how I do it. This is kind of how ICT recommends it. Whichever fair value gap falls into the premium zone. So a premium would be below 50, ideally below the 61. So this gap right here is going to be the one that would be used. So, that's kind of where we took our entry earlier. So this area would kind of now act as your support area. This could it could revisit this and offer another entry, but I don't really see one below that. So I like to use the 3-minute for my gaps and stuff. Seems to be kind of a nice middle ground. Yeah, it seems to be like a nice middle ground for between the 5-minute and the 1-minute, I think. Now, this don't always work, obviously. But when this moved back up, you can see that's where I took my entry. That's why I took that entry there. Not because of the Fibonacci at this point, because this was just a gap. This was just a displacement to the upside here. So displacement, left this gap, trades back into it. I take the long there. I really should have just stayed into it, but didn't. And you can see if you look back, ICT also says any gaps that are kind of formed between 2:30, so like 30 minutes before the silver bullet setup forms, you can look. So if you look in this area, you have a small one here. You can see price held that area, right? Because if this is the gap, your stop's here. So stop would be here, traded right back into it. And see, I know this, but like at this point in time, I was not looking for any sort of ICT setup. So was trading just some momentum strategies. They don't seem to work too well on the London session, I'm finding. So, but you can see we took that liquidity there at the 92.75, overshot it just a little bit, and now we're kind of selling off. So you could do the same thing on the ES here. The ES structure this morning, much cleaner. So then on the ES, you would have this one here. I mean, I used to do this, so like I had the silver bullet only for the London session. That's how I used to trade. But I stopped doing that because sometimes you can make an argument for both directions and that can be confusing. So if this was going to pull back, this would be an area of interest. Doesn't mean you take a long here, but kind of see how price reacts to it. It's in the premium zone or discount. And see, you just got that proper double bottom there. The ES on the 3-minute really didn't offer an entry back to the upside there. Let's check the 1-minute. And see, sometimes that's what I do is look at the 1-minute to see if there was an entry. So let's look here. So we have this push up here, right here. So that's a shift in structure because you have this swing high, this swing high, this swing high, all three broken. Trades back down into this gap here. It's a very small gap here. Stop would be just here. So this was the only entry it really offered. And just kind of traded out of there. And you see this did form before 4 a.m. So that would have been your setup there. Not really any other setups to kind of speak of. Yeah, you could use the area until it's traded through. So until this area is traded through and a candle closes below it, it's still valid. Well, like I said, I mean, any strategy can work. It's just one of those things you just gotta find what works for you and kind of perfect it. Find one that works for you and just perfect it. Back test it, use it over and over. So go from there. Yesterday morning, the setup was really, really clean and very easy to read. So if we go back to let's just look at it right quick. Yesterday morning, I mean, look how clean this setup was here. So you have at 3 o'clock we had this candle push up. It switched probably to the 1 minute. Hopefully it leaves me in this area. All right, it does. So you can see it much cleaner on the 1 minute here. So here's this gap, right? So push up, leaves the gap, trades right back into it right here. Simple entry. And I took this trade yesterday morning. So you get long there at 54. I think I took profit here at like the 69s. But obviously you can see that gap was never, I mean, look at that. So you'd have been long from the 54, traded all the way up into the 90. So a nice little winner there if you would have held it. But so I do use the concepts. I use ICT's concepts sometimes, but then other times. And look at this craziness during the New York there. So, but not all the time. And I really don't use any of his other concepts, just the silver bullet, usually just between those certain hours there. So, but I do think that's going to do it for me, guys. I don't have any interest in trading anymore up in this area. I think we may turn back down. Potential long off this gap here if it holds. But I will be live again at 9:30 a.m. this morning for the New York session. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, and I appreciate you guys watching. And I will see you guys then. Samir, Jules, Juker, all you guys. I don't know if I'm missing anybody that we're chatting there. Harambe, I don't know if you're still here. And Russ, Nog. Appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you guys have not, NT, I can't forget about T. If you guys have not yet subscribed, help me get to that 200. We will see you guys live at 9:30 a.m.